All right, here's a video, well needed video. Let's see. So I have five losing trades in a row, and yeah, all of them I would say are horrible, unneeded, impulsive, and I've been on one streak recently, and I'm in a losing streak right now. So I want to show you guys kind of what my thought process was going through this. So yesterday there was macro at 10, and I didn't take any trades on the NQ because I thought the price action wasn't as good. So yesterday, let's mark it out. So I was looking at London session highs, Asian session lows. So initially I was bearish. Um, yeah. So yesterday I was bearish. So we started at 9:30 market open. So this was around market open, right right here. So initially I was bearish. I was looking for shorts. But we had a 5-minute break of structure right here. We had a 5-minute break of structure. And so what happened was we had price come down into this fair value gap after the break of structure right here. This would have been a phenomenal trade. I missed it. I considered my bias being bullish and I was not. So I let the market play out, and we got up into here, and we had a 1-minute fair value gap. I thought this was an inverse fair value gap, and we did have price reject off of it because this is a bullish fair value gap. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, you can see I should have waited for it to come up here. I took a trade right here. Absolute worst trade. It's like, okay, this is gonna be bearish again. This is gonna come up. But remember, we do have London session highs right here that haven't been swept out yet at that point in time. So yeah, I'm like, okay, comes back down here. I think it's bearish again. But as we can see, this break structure again. The upside is still holding order flow. Price comes back. I'm like, okay. So I took a trade entry right. It was probably I think right here, but based off of this inverse fair value gap that I thought was going to play out. And obviously, I mean, this price all over the place. I had no reason to even take a trade here. So, two losses. Now we come to today. I don't know what it's been getting into me the past 2 days, but part of it maybe the confidence I have with the demo because I know I'm not trading with real money that I can make my money back, right? Um, but that's an emotional state, and we shouldn't be emotional because when we lose money, we become fearful that we lost that money, right? And we don't think about the long term results. Instead, you try making the money back now, trying to make that money back as soon as possible. So what happens is you take more trades than you need to without any reasoning, and you're emotional. And what happens is you become a habit of that pattern, and that pattern plays out more times than not, which in the long run will eat you alive. So yeah, that's what I've been. I don't know why I've been doing that the past 2 days. I've been doing pretty well recently, but I also haven't made a video in over a couple weeks on my wins, right? So this is totally needed. I think a lot of traders need to hear this. Yes, I'm down $455 on the day. It's not horrible. I mean, but I did wipe out all the profit that I had. I was at like 25,800. Now I'm down to 24,000. So that just goes to show. And this is just today. So yesterday I had lost just as much. So I wiped out over $1,000 in profit in a day. Do you know I am trading like less, I think about 1%. So let me look it up. I'm not looking it up. 1.6. So I'm risking around 2% per trade. Definitely don't want to risk more than 3%. So maybe I should be trading less contracts. So probably like two contracts, risking zero point 0.8. And then if I win, trade 2%, 3%. And then if I lose, go back to zero point 0.8, So hasn't eaten away at me yet. It's just been more of an aggressive way to try and grow my account and work on my strategy. But the past 2 days, I have not been on it at all. So I'm gonna go to today's trades, give you my overall. So here I saw, you can see this red line that marks out London session highs and Asian session highs from the previous day. So we have equal highs here. I'm looking for, honestly, I was bearish today. And the reason why is because I was looking at price and I'm like, okay, it's going to come back up into here and regain this fair value gap and then go down, which it did. It barely tapped into that right here. So I was like, okay, I was looking for shorts and we go down to 9:30 market open. I don't know what I was thinking here. There was an SMT as well. And I was like, okay, NASDAQ is making higher lows. Um, which it kind of price broke down below this SMT, so it kind of got invalidated. Um, yeah, so this was useless. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking there. So getting rid of that. Yeah, so I was looking price touch and into this fair value gap. Okay, price is gonna go lower, which it did. It would have been a nice little. I think I was looking to take profit here. Let me go down to a lower time frame. was looking to take profits here and here. So I think my take profits would have gotten hit. Um, actually, no, take that back. I was looking to take profit here and here. So I would have, I don't know, if I was in this trade, I went long instead of short. So my bias was bearish, right? And then I violate my rules. So we had news come out at 10, absolutely ripped up to the upside right here. It came down, it touched this fair value gap. I was looking to go short here. So I was looking at price, like, okay, I could enter in here, but I didn't. I was like, okay, I want more confirmation. I want this trend to break 5 minute structure to the downside, which is marked out by this red horizontal ray. So yeah, I watch price. I'm like, okay, price makes a fair value gap. Now it's price is bearish. So I wait for price to break down and come up into here. The price rips up. I'm like, okay, I think we're gonna go higher. This is gonna be an inverse fair value gap. And I kind of got in early with no confirmation. And yeah, I got in right here. I'm thinking, okay, it's just gonna it can't come back down and it's gonna rip higher. No, we go lower. Right. So I set my stop like right before this low. Sorry, this low right here. Horrible risk to reward. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. I was looking at taking out London session highs. So it's a 1.9 to say. So yeah, so basically two risk reward. It's not horrible, but I was initially bearish, so I violated my daily bias. And for me to switch my bias, there was no reason to, since there was no, yeah, we had a breaker structure right here, but we had news come out, and this is very unlike unprobable trading. Like if you're gonna trade this because we have a massive rip up and like I don't even understand why I would honestly looking back at it take a trade. Um, yeah, I think I should have stayed short, obviously. This kind of it disrespected or it respected this little fair value gap right here. Kind of obviously shot above T price, shot above this little fair value gap. Came down here and yeah, so price kind of respected this as well. No, well, obviously disrespected it for a quick second. Respected this, came back down. But yeah, I think still that's not a good trade at all. So, and then yeah, I'm just um all right. So yeah, this was respected pretty well. Later on, honestly, at this point, it's 10:30. I should have stopped trading because that's my rules. So I already violated my rules there. So we look here, we see that there's a fair value gap. I'm like, okay, this price is gonna come in here and respect this. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a trade. Like price is coming up into here. It respected this before. I should be good, right? So I take a short. No. Like if you hear what I'm saying, like I have no at this point I'm just trying to make my money back, right? Which you shouldn't do. You should only take one trade, max two, if you have a really good reason to. And it's within your time range that you told yourself you'd be trading in, right? Yeah, so horrible trade. So this is the fourth loser in a row. And I'm like, okay, I know this chart looks kind of crazy. Um, like price respected this before. So I see, okay, price is coming down. I'm gonna wait for it to break structure. And so I did this red line right here. Wait for it to break structure, and it did. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for price to come back and to fill this little fair value gap and enter off that. Um, Horrible, right? I mean, I have no like real confluence. Price at this point is already trending upwards, right? You can even consider it from here. This would be like a 5 minute break of structure, or let's actually look at the 5 minute chart and see. But so yeah, you would see like, okay, we're already going up, like right here. So you should be bullish. I mean, at least considering the trend is going up. But like, oh yeah, like price is gonna come up to here and it's gonna go down. But what ended up happening is this became an inverse fair value gap, and price kind of respected this. And so what happened was I went short here. Price came down here. This previously was a bearish fair value gap. And you can see here, like it's kind of undecisive and what doesn't really respect it. Um, and so, yeah, price came into here and just bam, like ripped higher, filled this little 15 minute, came back down. I mean, honestly, not ideal. I don't know what I was thinking. Um, but yeah, definitely need to make that video and get this out there because I know someone needs to hear this. Training's not easy, and if you don't follow your rules either, I gotta say, you're gonna be in a whole lot of hurting, and it's part of the learning process. And for me, like I'm not trading with real money, so it's a great learning process, great learning experience, drilling your thoughts, because as you can see, my emotions were not nearly they were not in the right state of mind. I shouldn't have been emotional. I'm thinking like, oh, like I need to make my money back. I can do it in like, the next trade or next trade, right? And it comes like a cycle of downwardness and you can't get out of it, right? Um, so don't do that. And yeah, that's it for this video. And you can see like this chart too is just all over the place. Like it's not clean. I'm just hoping for something, right? Like I'm looking at this fair value gap, this fair value gap, this fair value gap, this, like this and that, this order block, whatever, trying to like confirm my emotions that I should be taking a trade. So that is not good. And as you can see, price, I mean, I guess it would be initially I had a bearish bias and it would have been a pretty decent trade. Maybe I should have entered on this 1 minute break of structure. Um, so yeah, I mean, honestly, it just depends on your style, right? But I wanted more confirmation, and by that point, my confirmation flipped bullish, and I was still technically bearish, right? So that was just emotional trading right off the bat, and that just led me into more trades that were like the other one. And the fact that they weren't thought through, they were just randomly placed, right? So hopefully that helped you guys today, and thanks for watching. See you guys later.